Yeah. So you mentioned, you wish you invested in stocks and all that. Given the current situation, have you also started looking at buying, like, going into buying stocks, or have you stick primarily to, bonds and fixed deposits, or have you kind of gone in between of using like ETFs or robo advisors?
Yeah. So I guess there's so many school of thoughts in terms of like investing, right? And it really depends on your personality and uh, I guess your expertise as well and what you're comfortable with. So I dabbled a little bit in active investing in 2016. So I just put a little bit in some blue chips here and there. But then I put in some other stocks as well, Singapore stocks, and I got burned as well. So that made me realize that I'm not that good at valuation and evaluating whether this company is, is this price really good? What's the forecast? What's going to happen? So I realized that I'm not really good at that because I'm too busy running my business. I don't have the time to study into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be focusing the time on my business, building networks, and I guess just keeping the cash flow going. So I think it was sometime last year, last January, I read a book by I think it's a guy called Joshua Gersh or something. And he has a book called Rich by Retirement. So he covered a range of topics like CPF, savings, and was that his investment style is the three index um, fund. So like one home index, one home bond, and one international index. So I started investing that way in 2019. So I started January 2019. After that, there was another crash. I have no idea why, but markets are down. I started then,
I
but
think 20 odd percent in the end of 2018. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I started then, but over the year, it grew quite a fair bit. The later part of the year, I was getting a bit uncomfortable because the prices were so high. Yeah, and now the market is down 20-30%, but I'm still following the same investment, um, I guess, method because when I first started, I kind of spread out the funds that I have and the funds that I have coming in. I spread it out into a 5-year investment period. And I guess my take was because I'm not that good at timing the market and I'm not sure if there is going to be a market crash in the next 5 years. So if I can stretch out my DCA in 5-year period, I can potentially write out the highs and the lows and just try to even out, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know what else to say except like you're like the ideal person. Like, and so and I want to explain why, right? Like, you mentioned that you dabbled in it a bit and then you weren't very good, and then you decided that you rather focus on what you're good at, which is photography, right?
Mm.
And then put the rest of taking a more passive approach in other ways. And I
Mhm.
think that's something that a lot of people should be aware of. It's like, just because there is a stock market doesn't mean you need to go pick your stocks, right?
Mhm.
If you and I guess point number two there is you need to be. Everyone needs to figure out what they're good at,
Mm.
and what's going to continue to give them the best returns long term. And in your case, it's going to be building out your business, right?
Mm.
Um, and to focus there, and then put everything else as like secondary things, right? So yeah, kudos to you for being so self-aware to realize that where you're going to have the biggest impact for yourself long term.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I was when I case in point earlier this year, there was the Tesla bull run.
Oh yeah.
So of course, like so many other people, I had a FOMO feeling. I was like, oh man, I'm freaking missing out.
Don't
So
worry, it's shared. I was looking at him before the ball run. I'm like, oh man.
oh man, I should have just when it was like 200, I should have just invested. But yeah, so it went up to I guess like 900 plus. Then it came down to 700 plus. Then I thought, okay, I'm FOMOing right now. I want to get in, right? So I put in like a couple of $1,000 when it was like 800 plus. That was before COVID-19, but it started to come down to like 700 plus. Then I was like, oh shit, I don't know anything about this company and I don't know the valuation at all, right? Because when stocks are going up, everything is like good. You are just seeing green, you're just happy. But when stocks come down, right, you really understand what you don't know. You don't know if 800 is the right valuation or is it 200? Is it going to go down to 100? You have no idea, right? Whereas if you study and you're confident that it's going to be, let's say, 500, and it doesn't matter if it's 600 now because you're still paying a good price. So that was when I realized that active investing is not really for me. So I just cut my losses and just got out.
Good job. Good job. I think what you mentioned there was really accurate, right? Like, it's really easy to just give into your emotions, especially when it's going up and you're like, the whole FOMO piece. And then when it's coming down, you're like, oh, wait, what is this business? Is this business, like, what is the actual value of this business? And something I try to emphasize a lot when I talk to people who are thinking about investing is there's a very big difference between a stock price and the company's value. Right? The stock price is whatever it is, the market's willing to pay at that moment, but the value of a company is based off its actual productivity and the impact it's able to create in society, right? And I think Warren Buffett has a great quote that says, in the short run, the stock market's like a voting machine, but in the long run, it's a weighing machine, right? And so in the short run, like, people are going to vote based off their levels of FOMO. But in the long run, it's going to be based off, the fundamentals of that business. Stock market. Hey, this is CS from More Money Malaysia. We are a platform dedicated to helping Malaysians like you make smart financial decisions. And the way we do that is through providing you with actionable advice, such as the video you just saw, right? But we're not here just to become your intellectual entertainment. We really do want to see you succeed, because we want to see you live that ultimate life that you've always dreamt of, right? And in order for us to do that, what we've decided to do is we want to help make it easier for you by providing different types of rewards throughout the months. So make sure you check out the description below, click on that link and see what type of reward you might be able to qualify for by taking action right now. And if you have any other questions about any of this, feel free to contact us wherever you find us. Take care.